Okay, so we brought Har over to help us diagnose this particular problem on this young Angie tree. It's a problem we haven't seen on other trees, but these leaves look very different from what we've seen before. There's an up close of one of them. There's the back side. And Har has a lot of experience with mango diseases and diseases in other fruit trees. And he's been looking at this with his handy dandy loupe. And can you describe the situation and also whatever else comes to mind?
The first thing I said when we walked up to it is, I don't know if I want to do a video on that or not. I don't know what it is. I have seen pictures on the Tropical Fruit Forum that I also expressed ignorance about. I think it was the same thing. Strange spot patterns, and on the underside of the leaves, the spots in many cases are raised. And some of them have a yellow halo around. And then Miss Chris brought out this book that I don't have one of.
Yeah. So a friend of mine brought this back from Malaysia, Diseases and Disorders of Mango in Malaysia. And what's very useful about this particular book is that we're seeing a lot of diseases in South Florida that we've never seen before. And actually, Malaysia had them before we did in some circumstances. So, looked under leaf problems, and I saw this particular disease that seems to be very similar to what we're seeing on our tree here. And that's stigmina leaf spot, or stigmina, depending on what area of the country you're from, I guess. So let's see, there's one other picture, so share that with you also, this one right here. So this is our best guess at this point, and if anybody has some experience with this particular situation, we'd appreciate you sending in whatever information you have.
Here's another leaf, what appears to be a younger stage of the same thing. Not showing a whole lot on the top side yet.
So, Har, since you're familiar with a lot of these different controls, why don't you spare me from mispronouncing them and just read what they suggest as the different controls here. There's
Well, to start with, none of these are approved for organic production. Benomil or benlate used to be used a lot in Florida. I don't think it's available anymore. Then there's Topsin and carbendazim, which a brand name for is Bavistin or Bavistin, and another is Darosol.
And then we have Deconil here.
And then there's an old standby, the Daconil brand of chlorothalonil. And another old one is Captan. It says both of these are also effective. None of this stuff would be used in organic production unless you're giving up the organic status on some badly hit trees.
So yeah, you're past that. This is
Right.
the last part. So basically, those are fungicides. It sounds like, is that?
Yeah, conventional fungicides. Of course, we would be looking around for some organically approved fungicides.
Yep. So we can try that out and see if it works.
So organically approved fungicides would include oils such as seed oils from neem tree or cooking oils of various sorts, or highly refined petroleum oil, some brands of which do have the organic seal of approval from OMRI. There's also...
What about like copper and sulfur?
Yes, elemental sulfur and various forms of copper. There are many products that are labeled for organic production. And of course, we have no idea how well they work on this stuff, and they aren't even mentioned in this book, even though those have long been used in conventional agriculture as well as organic production.
So the bottom line is this, we haven't seen this before. We're not sure how to treat it, but perhaps this book has given us a possible route to take, and we'll try out the OMRI approved substances first and see if that makes a difference.
And let's point out that we have some field experience, but we're not plant pathologists.
One other thing that I forgot to mention is that what we're seeing are the lower leaves of this tree affected. The top part of the tree does not seem to have much of this disease at all.
That younger stage that I showed was from the top flush.
Okay, except for that leaf. I'm sure it was the only leaf. I'm kidding.
Over on this side, all the top flush has it. So, yeah, it's not a past problem, it's a current problem.
Well,
it looks as though it'll cause defoliation.
It definitely is taking away some of each leaf's ability to produce food. And yeah, it could cause premature drop of the leaves.
We see it right here.
So
that leaf should still be green.
the back side of that leaf looks a lot worse than the front side or top side. So, new problem for us in South Florida, and we hope we can solve it with some OMRI-approved substances.
Wish us luck.